Hey
Welcome to
everybody,
the what
my
the
name's YellBro, and I'm here to tell you hello.
welcome to YellBro Road. I am Jordan, and today it's my favorite content creator, Alex Jones. Why is he my favorite? Not because I like him, not because he tells some sort of truth that I never heard in my life before, but because he is so ridiculous. I can't help but giggle when he talks and some of the ideas he says. And once again, the amount of defense he plays for Donald Trump is incredible. But maybe he turned around. Maybe he changed his ways. Maybe he saw the light and realized Trump is playing him as much as he's playing anyone else. But before I get started, don't forget to share support. Hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. We're in that Discord right now. All opinions are welcome. And obviously everything I show you will be linked in that same description box for you to look at on your own without us interrupting, or if you want to do more research into something or just have like source material for yourself to use later. Shout out to Beyond Absurd. He likes to clip. He likes to clip things. So, and Alex is usually pretty good when it comes to clipping. So everything I share will be linked for you to look at, on your free time. Starting with this. Now we all
Also,
heard.
don't forget your team biscuits.
Yeah, don't forget your team biscuits while we talk about schoolgirls from age 7 to 12 being blown up by U.S. bombs. Don't forget your tea and biscuits. So people have heard about this story, the 150 plus people, civilians killed at a school by a U.S. bomb, but Trump still doesn't believe it, apparently. I guess he's going to blame Iran here. Here we go.
Mr. President, did the United States bomb a girls' elementary school in southern Iran on the first day of the war and kill 175 people?
In my opinion, based on what I've seen, that was done by Iran.
Is that true, Mr. Hegseth? It was Iran who did that?
We're certainly investigating.
Still
But
investigating.
the only side that targets civilians is Iran.
We think it was done. We think it was done by Iran
Can you give us an
because they're
idea?
very inaccurate, as you know, with their munitions. They have no accuracy whatsoever. It was done by Iran.
Damn, I feel so reassured that this devil worshiper told me what I need. No, Americans don't do that. There's a history of them killing civilians. And once again, I get it, guys. You don't want to look at, because you look at military people as regular people, which they are for the most part. They're dumb as rocks. A lot of them are dumb as rocks, but it is what it is, right? But some things go just too far, where it's like, now you're just lying to people about something horrible that happened instead of like taking responsibility and saying, damn, we did that. But then again, if they admit it, it would say, essentially would say like, hey, you're never going to do it again, right, guys? You can't make mistakes like that, right? That can't happen. Which is why they never admit to these things, or they keep it very, very quiet and hope the story goes away, which is what, that was the directive that Hegseth got and that Carolyn Levitt got, was to keep it quiet and say, well, we're still investigating. Trump's like, no, it was Iran. Even though that's just not true, right? We all understand that's not true at this point. They've done the geolocating of things. They said there's no chance it was them. So, but, these guys lie for a living or are careless and will lie by, well, what do I call it? It's lying in the sense of, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just saying a talking point. You're lying in that way. That's bare minimum. That's the most room I can give this fucking guy. Let's keep it moving. There's more. Here's something else that sounds like a lie to me, but you tell me. Here we go.
That allegation, did the U.S. have the diesel?
Iran. They are among the most evil people ever on earth.
Ever.
They cut babies' heads off.
They did?
They chop women in half. What they did, take a look at October 7th. Take a look at what they've done over the last 47 years. So I know nothing about a desalinization plant other than to say, if they're complaining about a desalinization plant, we complain about the fact that they shouldn't be chopping babies' heads off, okay?
That allegation, did the
Now, even that one, has anyone ever heard that? Iran's chopping babies' heads off and women in half? I don't know if that's like have we heard that yet? That's a new one. But I assume he's going with, well, Hamas is Iran. Iran is Hamas. So whatever Hamas does is Iran's thing. Whatever Iran does is Hamas. even though he just struck a ceasefire deal with those same guys. It's not holding up too well, but at least on paper they struck a ceasefire deal with Hamas, right? Just weird conflations, and then the reason why he's saying that is to say, like, yeah, yes, we destroyed some of their water supply or whatever, which is a war crime, right? You're not supposed to do that because it's basically targeting the civilian population when you target things like water and electricity and food sources and all that stuff, which is why people called the whole thing in Gaza genocide, because you're targeting the civilian population. And I think it's kind of blatant. And I think Trump's doing the same thing. He wants to make a deal. Hey guys, we'll shit on you so hard you'll turn on your own government and support us. Which is, once again, more devil worshipping, right? Just being honest. Like, it is what it is. I know, sorry for the religious connotation or the religious words behind it, but I don't mean it so religiously. I mean so, like, hey, if that thing was real, whose team do you think that guy's working for? Hey, yeah, exactly. That should scare the shit out of you. That should scare you a bit. Although, once again, these guys are lames, right? These are weak men in the first place. Like, they're not even near that demonic level. I don't call them demonic or evil. They're just lames. Lames that want attention or money or greed or power or whatever the fuck some fantasy they have in their heads. They're not the real deal. They're not really evil. They're just lames that want to look the part. Let's play this clip in regards to the Kurds, because that was a story floating around, and I have another funny tweet to follow up on this one, but here we go. Here's Trump talking about the Kurds.
Some Iranians are concerned that the Kurds will carve out kind of an autonomous region as they did in Syria and Iraq.
We're not looking to the Kurds going in. We're very friendly with the Kurds, as you know, but we don't want to make the war any more complex than it already is. No.
You've ruled that out?
We don't want, I have ruled it out. I don't want the Kurds going in. I don't want to see the Kurds get hurt, get killed. We've had a good relation. They're willing to go in, but I've told them I don't want them to go in.
Do you think the map of Iran will look the same?
The war is complicated enough without getting the Kurds involved.
Some Iranians.
So someone put down a funny tweet, which is just hilarious to me. Breaking: I informed Sydney Sweeney that I had ruled out sleeping with her. She really wanted to, but I told her that things were already complicated enough. Meaning, those fools probably said no, right? And then you come up with an excuse later, which we've seen Trump do several times. He thinks he's clever. It only works on the dumbest amongst us. Let's be real. Like, you know, guys who get hustled at 3-car money on the fucking streets, right? You find the ball. Right, shit. Peekaboo, if you will. But he's done that several times where it's like, yeah, the Houthis, they're done. They don't want to get bombed anymore. They're tired of this. Meanwhile, those fools are on the internet saying, like, we're ready to go. Keep firing. Go ahead. I dare you to. We'll fuck you up. That's like actually funny. But anyways, let's move on to the main event here. We're here to find out, is Alex Jones actually done with Trump, or will he have a caveat and a catalog? Sorry, the entire catalog of fucking excuses for Donald Trump and how he's still a good guy, but he's just, at this point, you have to call him stupid, Alex. If he's just getting tricked and duped this much, he must just be a dumb guy, right? Like, he has to be a dumb guy. Let's find out from my favorite content creator, Alex Jones. Here we go. Infowars.com.
Since October 7th, Israel's enemies have learned.
Also, want to warn the audience, if Alex plays something gruesome, which he tends to do, I will skip over it. But if I miss it, forgive me. He's weird. He's a weirdo. Alex Jones is a weirdo. He'll play some gruesome images on his videos. For what reason? There's no context to it, no sense of telling a news story. He just does it. So that's your warning of why I might skip certain sections or portions of the video if I catch it in time. Here's your warning. Here we go.
A hard truth. Those who attack us pay a heavy price. But those who partner with us advance progress and security for their peoples.
Happened to righteousness.
President Trump just said it. It's also in the Bible. It says, those who will bless you will be blessed, and those who will curse you will be cursed. And that's actually what is happening. We want the blessings.
cursing.
I think we've done a lot in the past
And you guys
2
don't have
years
enough
to end the
willpower to
curse.
curse anyone.
We're not finished, but we've done a lot. And we've done a lot together to end the curse.
Okay.
Now,
He's in the
let's
war
go
room.
to clip 17. Trump says Congress
He's in the
is
war
becoming
room.
anti-Semitic and isn't serving the Jewish lobby well enough. I mean, again, folks, this is making everything front and center. Our entire foreign policy, our domestic policy, our economy, everything hinging on this. And then people like Mace and Massey and then Tucker Carlson in the media
Mace.
criticize this stuff mildly, and then they're called anti-Semitic. Trump is literally turning on his base and then making it all about the base versus Jews, as if this is all one monolithic group of Jews. It's just mind-blowing, ladies and gentlemen.
He looks a little heartbroken. Maybe he's finally given up. Who knows?
He still sounds sick too from fucking like a month ago.
Nah, he's sick
Just
from his
fucking-
psyche. His psyche's sick. He's
But
permanently
his
sick.
throat, like he had like a fucking bad cold like a month or two ago, and it's still just wreaking havoc on his throat.
Can't say I know, but menthol is a hell of a drug. Anyways, yeah, Alex, he's said this before. Trump has said this before. We've heard this before from Trump about the Israeli lobby. Like, oh, these guys they're very powerful, and it's a good thing. They're being weakened by the stupidity of the government. They're knocking down the Israeli lobby. We need them around. Like, we've heard these statements essentially from Trump in the past. But I guess Alex just found out now that Trump talks like that. Now, here's the thing that I'm very curious about. What type of pivot will Alex Jones make? Will it be to the, as you said, Tucker Carlsons of the world, where it is strictly like, oh, he's being duped by Israel. It's not his fault. It's Israel. It's their war. It's for them. Nothing to do with creepy businessmen and politicians in America. They're just all blackmailed and controlled by Israel. It's not their own volition. It's not their own fucking evil actions. It's Israel doing it. They're just being driven by Israel, dragged by Israel. Because that is, once again, as time goes by and you see more and more of how dog shit Trump is as a politician and as a president, it's going to be the only excuse left. Like, oh, he's not even in control of his own actions. It's someone else doing it for him. It's someone else guiding him to do what he's doing. It's the only thing you're going to have left. Let's see what Alex says, although I think it's going to be, I still think he's going to defend Trump. I think he is. A little bit more, like, a little bit stronger of a, not stronger in the sense of quality, but stronger in the sense of, what would the word be? Like, in action. Like, trying harder. He'd be trying hard to defend Trump versus people like Tucker, who's also defending him, but not as fervently. I mean, not as outwardly fervently. Just a little bit, Tucker hides it. He hides it, and he's quietly protecting Trump. But it's blatant if you have eyes and ears and a brain. But Alex is a little bit more overt with his protection of Trump, and I think he's going to continue doing that. But I could be wrong. Let's see if he. I don't know. Let's see if he has something different to say now. Here we go.
And so it's getting worse and worse and worse.
God damn
Here's
Israel,
President Trump.
Damn Israel.
As President of the United States, I will always support Jewish Americans, and I will always be a friend and a champion to the Jewish people. I have been. And I will say, if you go back 10, 12, 15 years ago at the most, the strongest lobby in Washington was the Jewish lobby. It was Israel. That's no longer true. You have to be very careful.
He's repeating himself from
You have
years
the
ago he said
Congress in
this.
particular, which is becoming anti-Semitic.
Alex is like, what the hell is
You have
this?
AOC +3. You have those people.
Another catchphrase. from years
Ilhan
ago.
Omar, she hates Jewish people.
She does?
And you have to be very careful because there's been a big change. If you go back 15 years ago, I'm not Jewish, but my father was very friendly with many, many Jewish people, was honored by Federation. I would go with him to Federation of Jewish Philanthropies and many other things. And we grew up respecting and loving Jewish people. You know, you don't even think about it. In Brooklyn and Queens mostly. And my father didn't go to Manhattan. He never went to Manhattan from the standpoint. He could never understand how in Brooklyn you could buy a piece of land for $3 a foot, and how in Manhattan you had to pay $1,000 a foot. He said, I can't get that. I don't like it. I like to buy it for $3. So it was different. It's a different thinking. In a way, I'm glad he didn't do that, because he let me have some of that fun. And I had a lot of fun in Manhattan. We did great. But
yeah,
my father would tell me the most powerful lobby that there is in this country is the Jewish lobby. It's the Israeli lobby.
Back this up 10 seconds, please. Now, again,
that's like my Discord right there. Hit pause.
If you 20 years ago even said that there was a Jewish lobby, you would be called anti-Semitic, you'd get censored, you'd get attacked. And we've argued about who the most powerful lobbies are, because you got the big BlackRock, and you got the defense groups, and you got the teachers union, and all that stuff. But when it comes to foreign policy, we've known it's Israel for a long time. But the ADL, if you talked about it until recently, would literally call for your arrest. And they call for my arrest. And I'm not foaming at the mouth anti-Israel just to be anti-Israel. I'm like, I don't want Israel and their spies and their operatives trying to run our government, running our government, and leading us around by the nose, and trying to make us pay for and fight and die for their Greater Israel project. And they try to make it where, well, you're for the Muslims or you're for us. I'm not for the Muslims. I don't want their destruction either, but I don't want them brought over here in mass and all of us, going along with all their Sharia law and the rest of it. And by the way, I have video out of the U.S., Canada.
You could tell he's just an idiot on most of these topics. Bullshit artists, dumb as fuck. You could just tell.
Most of the migrants aren't Muslims, too. They're like Hindi, they're fucking Christian, they're fucking...
It's not even the point. Like, see, people are going to hear that, why I paused the video right there, prop. They're going to be like, oh, see, look, you're just defending Muslims, see? That's what people might say. I'm like, no, it's the point. It's him saying it. It's him saying it, and in the context he's saying it. I will always have questions for that. If he said, fuck it, there's a giant jackrabbit population growing in the U.S., god damn it. If he said that, I'd be like, I have to question that, because this fucking guy said it. That's where we're at. And also all the other social sentiment, seeing how easily conditioned people are and brainwashed. I'm just being honest with you. Like, people get brainwashed into picking sides and teams, and, these guys suck or these guys suck. Right? And they don't think about it. They just do. They just go with it. Maybe because it feels good. I don't know what the fucking reason is. There could be liars. Maybe
he's looking like John Stamos with that black shirt.
I mean, I'm sure Alex is single now. He had like 18 divorces in his life. He's on the TRT. He's been working out, man. He's been working out with Joe Rogan.
He's on the Ozempic and the TRT.
Right. He shrinks as he grows, bro. Pause. All right, here we go.
I can't believe he brought the teachers union into that shit. That is crazy.
I'll be honest, I don't know enough about teachers' fucking unions, but something tells me that it didn't fit in that equation that he just said right there. I would have figured something else. I mean, the defense contractors, that makes sense. They seem to have a lot of pull.
The teachers union has been fucking shit on for like ever. Like, they're constantly trying to defund the fucking schools and like get rid of public schools and shit. And these people, there's obviously going to be fucking idiots in these organizations, but out of all of the American institutions, that is like one of the least corrupt.
It depends,
it's fucking crazy.
It depends, prop. There's the teachers union of the state of Wisconsin. There's teachers union of the state of fucking Idaho and New York and Florida or whatever the fuck, right? Then there's like the guys that go to Washington every day.
Isn't like, yeah,
right.
But they're not like, they're not lobbying like fucking Israel where they're trying to kill people. Like, they're lobbying to get more funding so that they can expand their library or like they can build a bigger gymnasium.
I think that's a fantasy. And that's a fantasy, man. That's a fantasy.
What do you think, that they're trying to swindle money to get teachers paid more?
No, it's not for teachers.
Like
no, that's why I said there's like the teachers union of Wisconsin or even a county, right, where those guys know each other and work together.
Even like the guys that show up in
Washington. I think the guys that show up in Washington might be a little bit different. You see the way standardized testing goes and all this shit, right? To justify
Yeah, I have
funding for
a problem with
schools.
that system, but those people still aren't. They're not like fucking. Like they're not oil and gas fucking lobbyists. They're not Israel lobbyists. They're not fucking weapons
Well,
manufacturing lobbyists.
see, and that's why
Nuclear
I don't
fucking like. There's so
use.
many more worse people to fucking like. Like he named them like they were like the top, like the troika of tyranny
Well,
kind of thing.
let's be honest. Probably neither one of us know exactly what the fucking national like teachers union
I know
representatives
that they're not
in
fucking
Washington do.
that they're not ravenous crazy fucks
Yeah, but you're basing that on what they're
like
on the
the
topic they're
Israeli
going over.
lobby.
No, you're. But I think you're basing that on because they're doing teaching instead of selling oil or weaponry. When it could be the same veracity,
No, I
it could be the same
guarantee that
mentality.
there's people trying to embezzle money and whatever, goose the system and shit. But like
Which is
he's
just as
trying to
bad as
make
anyone
it
else,
like
right?
he's trying to make it like anti-teacher, anti-public school. Everybody gets homeschooled or goes to charter schools.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's what. But that's his motive. That doesn't make me all of a sudden go like, yeah, well, teacher unions are good, bro, because Alex Jones said they're bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but out of any of the unions, I'm not gonna be like fucking like I'd be like the Teamsters and shit have more like sketchy history than the teachers union.
Why wouldn't you call it corruption wherever you find it? Like I said, I don't know enough.
I would, but it's like that the fact that he's
But that's
bringing up
that was
the
your
teachers
reflex though. You
union
just
is
gave me a
just
reflex like that. That's what I'm saying, dude. You don't see that? You reflexively said that. Instead of being like, well, if I look into it, okay, I'll find out who's doing corrupt things or in your own
I've
beliefs
just
and who's
never
not.
heard of teachers union fucking corruption, but I've heard of other unions corruption, and I've
I'm
heard
saying
of
I could believe
other
it.
lobbyists corruptions like crazy.
I'm saying I could believe it. I could believe it. I very much believe it. Maybe there's like ideas why schools and so like university, like public universities, right? Or state universities, why they don't get certain leeway to where their schools could be like absolutely free for anyone from the state, right?
Yeah. Like there are fucking people in there probably preventing
If
universal
someone
fucking
purposely did
education
that,
and
what's the
shit like
difference
that.
between that and pouring oil or chemicals in someone's fucking drinking water? I don't see a difference.
Well, it is a bigger difference, but
It's
fucking, I get what
not
you're saying.
corruption at the core of it.
It is one immediately gives you cancer, one fucking just kind of brainwashes people or whatever.
And how do you get people to pour fucking chemicals in the fucking water? Something psychologically happens,
touching
right?
their
That
booty.
allows them to do it, right?
Yeah.
The minds are very much important. Not all material difference. Like it's important to look at material differences, but like at the core of it, like what are we actually trying to attack? It's the idea of corruption and behavior attached to corruptions. Like that's the thing you want to stop, no matter where the fuck it is. No matter where it is. If it's a guy hustling people using a lemonade stand, we need to call it out. It's corruption. It's just it leads to other things. All has to be
Yeah,
called
but that
out.
is
We should
completely
be done
separate
playing
from what
games
the
at this
fuck
point.
he's saying.
No, I know. Alex is, Alex. Like I'm just saying, like overall.
I hate when people do that. They'll bring up something like they'll be like, "Oh, this person's just such and such," and then they'll never give you an example of what the fuck they're talking about. They'll just be like, just write the person off. They'll be like, "Yeah, and the fucking uh the school unions are fucking this or that," but they never like go into what makes them bad or what they did to garner this fucking reputation or whatever.
Yeah, but don't you hate
And
when
they just
people
like leave it
hear?
on the
Yeah, but don't you hate when people hear teachers union and assume it must be a better bad? If it's bad, it's something better bad than something bad over. That's why I feel, Prop. That's why I reacted
No,
to you a
but I
certain way.
feel like in the teachers union there's a lot better people in there to help keep things in check than there are in the oil lobbies.
Saps.
Like the
You
oil
told me about your
lobbies,
school and your school
they're
stuff.
kind of, what do you call it? They're weeding through people to make sure that you're 100% pro oil industry. And like in the teachers union, there's a diversity of thought. It's not just fucking anti public school, pro charter school people. It's like,
I'll have to look into it one day, but I think you want something to be the case versus really doing that fucking work, diagnose every little thing you can get your hands on. It's too late in the game. It's too late for shit. We have to fucking dig the fuck in and do the fucking work and look at every little circumstance we possibly can. And for me personally, you don't have to agree with this, but me personally, one little corruption over here is just as bad as blowing up 200 fucking children over there. The same fucking problem. Why do you have the capacity to do so?
You shouldn't look into it, but the fucking the way the structure of that union is that there's more likely to be people with diverse thoughts than there is.
I know. I've heard
the Israeli lobby, the oil lobby.
I get your point, but I'm tired of any corrupt. I'm done with it. I'm done playing around with this shit. Like, oh no, I get your. Like, hey, all right, this person means well. I get that. Okay, right. And so I'm shutting shit down.
Are you talking about the teachers union in Canada?
I'm done.
Shut up, you motherfucker.
I'm done calling it
because there's a big fucking difference.
I'm done calling Alex Jones a Christian. I'm done doing that. Like, I'm done fucking around, bro. I'm done with this shit because it's too late in the game. We need to actually, okay, motherfuckers that are legit need to fucking start working now. No more sitting around. No more bullshit. Because I get it. People play around with ideas like this. Back and forth ideas, one team versus another team. Back and forth with ideas, going fucking nowhere because no one wants to answer the actual fucking questions about things. Or they don't even bother to try, let's be honest. You know what? Like, hey, if I don't see anyone approaching that, I'm like, all right, I'm done with that. I will say that every fucking time. Like, oh, we need to start looking at this shit over here. That's my personal opinion of things. But, like, you know, I think I'm right. I think I'm quite correct.
Yeah. Clean house.
But also, yes, I think Alex is doing that because of Betsy DeVos and Linda McMahon, right? He's heads of Department of Education, right? They probably get bothered by teachers' unions all the time, and he's like, look, the evil teachers' unions, see?
Yeah, they're pushing trans fucking ideology, and it's like, bro, not every teacher gives a shit about that and puts that in their curriculum. Like teachers have some little bit of autonomy too. Like they get a bunch of structured lesson plans, and they pick through like what they get to teach. Like you get an option, but it's like not infinite option, but you still like you're not like if you don't want to teach shit about whatever trans things, I guarantee there's other fucking avenues for you to.
And I'll say, if you don't lead with empathy, you shouldn't be fucking teaching. That's what I would say. Does that mean teach trans stuff to every fucking good? Lead with fucking empathy. Just in case there is someone who thinks that way or is like that. Lead with empathy. But instead, it becomes a tug of war.
Yeah, but some people some people don't know how to talk about those things, or they're
not. Then you ask questions
about it. And they shouldn't feel pressured to have to speak about it if they want to, whatever, have a more simple.
Well, don't let Jordan walk into your fucking classroom and do better than you can. You have to outflank. You're the teacher. Outflank me. I told you, Prop. I'm done with the bullshit. I'm done with it. I am done with it.
I don't think teachers need a union anyways. They get half the year off anyways. Jesus Christ. They're the laziest goddamn employees at the state.
Whatever.
They work during the summer too, my guy.
A lot do.
My best friend's a teacher.
A lot do work over the summer. A big booty. There's some amazing teachers out there. There's some asshole teachers out there. I just want people to assess it. That's all. Like, just try to assess it. Group thinking is fucking not gonna. We're not in that time period right now. We're not in that time period. We need to work on like, who the fuck is who, who's real, who's fake. We need to be doing that work. We let it sit and rot for too long. We let the charlatans into the fucking was it wolves in the henhouse or was it? Is it wolves? Foxes? Foxes in the henhouse? We let this shit happen like way too long. And everyone has their own little group philosophy of what groups should be doing. Like, yo, now it's time for individuality. It has to be done now. We waited long enough. The rot is here. You can smell it a mile away. It's time to work on that shit. But instead, we passed the buck to some other group out there. Like, it's that group over there. That's why my life is my life. That's why my problems are my problems. That group over there. Out there. See? Look at them. There they are.
My life be like, ooh, ooh.
It's too late in the game, man. And they better, there better not be some woo-woo stuff to the world. Otherwise, then it gets really scary, huh? Then people are on their in their track shoes running for their lives. Not from a bomb, not from fire, not from bullets, but from their own fucking minds. Run as fast as you can. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to think about it. Let's play. Here's more Alex Jones. Another guy who doesn't think about himself. Here we go.
The UK literal
gets away with it because
police
no one else is doing it either.
Marching around, giving people orders on the street, the police protecting them and saying it's a good thing. I have Islamics riding around in London on horseback telling, fellow Muslims, get off the streets, or, women, what are you doing not wearing a hijab? And they wear their own little fake police uniforms. They've caught them in Canada, New York,
like a peanut butter brand?
I have all these videos of that.
Like a peanut butter brand.
Crazy. Why does our whole world revolve around all the ancient wars and weirdnesses between the Arabs and the Jews? Yeah, Mark Levin held the same event as the first Jewish president, and did that too last year. I mean, what is all?
Hell yeah! Somebody's
Are you
here's
actually
Trump
saying
the most powerful lobby is the Israel.
Harrison, are you taking a piss?
Says Jewish than Israel lobby, a foreign power. He basically says, watch out, Congress.
But George doesn't give up on
you are going against what Israel wants, and that's anti-Semitic.
We know you're afraid. It's okay.
And there are some people like Ilhan Omar and
Harrison has a
that
big
foam at the mouth that hate Jews just for that's sake. They also hate America. They hate the West. They're absolute garbage. Well, who brought them in here? People like Mayorkas and the Jewish charities. I mean, we supposedly had all these wars in the Middle East and Central Asia to stop them from coming over here. We got to fight them over there.
That was a fucking
and where are they? They're all over here. We got like 15 times the Muslims we had 25 years ago. Same thing in Europe.
You mean like Dave Chappelle or Muhammad Ali or who you talking about? Jay Electronica? Someone tell Alex that Islam is a religion and not a genetic creed. Someone tell him that. Don't remind him. Oh my god. All right, here we go. Whatever. It's fear mongering bullshit. Fear mongering bullshit of a guy out of his fucking mind who doesn't lead with empathy. If you don't, for me personally, if you don't smell that, where someone's like trying their best to like hear someone out, like really like hear it out. If you don't see someone leading with empathy first, I'm like, it's too late in the day. It's too late in the fucking day. All right, man, you got it. I'll let nature take care of you. Nature's got you. Because I can't say nothing to you. I'll let nature do it. Here we go.
100,000. Now they got tens of millions. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So we go fight them over there so the left arm of this thing can then bring them over here for replacement migration.
Oh, the left does? Okay.
It's all divide and conquer. And Netanyahu, a couple years ago, remember, he proposed shipping the Gazan refugees, 5 million of them, to Europe and the U.S. And they're still going to try that. So this is just outrageous. Let's finish up with the incredible admissions of President Trump that, yes, the Jewish/Israel lobby is the most powerful. And you better look out, Congress. You better get in line or we'll primary your ass. And Israel's been one of the most powerful lobbies.
So is Trump evil now?
The most powerful in Middle Eastern foreign policy. But now, the Israel lobby, with the vacuum of the collapsing Democrats, is trying to take over MAGA. And I've been saying that for over a year.
What?
Now it looks trying to take. But now, the Israel lobby, with the vacuum of the collapsing Democrats, is trying to take over MAGA. And I've been saying that for over a year. And now it.
What? The collapse vacuum. Democrats, Israel lobby trying to take over MAGA. Like, he's been telling us for over a year now. Okay.
He's going to tie it back to that thing with Crowder, where he was saying how the problem with the Israel lobby is that it donates to Democrats too.
He might go that direction.
But that's the only coherent thing, because this is weird. It's like, what are you trying to do? He's obviously rebranding or like reorienting.
I mean, but he's still not going with, well, Trump's part of the globalist agenda. He's still not going there.
He's not going to do that. He's still part of the sphere. He's just going to be on like an outer shell, like outer orbit.
Or like Trump's being played or tricked or something like that, right? The Tucker Carlson model. Okay.
He will remind you in a few minutes that he still likes Trump, but
Yeah.
they're trying.
He likes him. He's a good guy.
Trying.
And that's my.
He's gonna stop it.
And that's the point of this video.
Probably.
I want to hear him keep dancing for sure. Are you done pissing, Harrison? Because I have it turned like way down. So you know. I turn you back up. Let's see what happens. What do you got? He goes back on mute. Okay.
Oh, you guys are talking. What do you want to know, Alex Jones? I think you guys
That
are
piss
all
was
reversed
fucking
Alex Jones.
healthy, bro. I love that.
I love that Harrison considers other human beings. Thank you, Harrison.
Yeah, he's very considerate.
I'm confused. What's he upset about?
Harrison was
I don't know what he's
pissing with his fucking mic on,
Oh, okay.
and you could just
Anyway.
hear every drop of it. It was quite,
That's weird.
quite lovely.
I only heard a couple drops because I
It
turned them
was.
down immediately.
A couple drops.
It was very splashy.
It's nice.
God. If you said more cool
God,
things,
dude.
Harrison, I would have laughed at that, but I don't know. All you got was my anger, I think. Either way, let's keep it playing.
Just think
Yeah,
it's funny, bro.
you got me.
The one time I didn't mute, you heard me piss.
It's a little funny. Anyways, go fuck yourself. All right, here we go.
Looks like it's pretty much happened. Because anybody that criticizes whatever the issue is Israel wants, whether it's censorship of American citizens that criticize Israel, you name it.
This is happening, Alex. Already.
Trump comes down on with both feet. He also says, in this speech and a couple others, he says, well, we've got ways to deal with anti-Semitism. We have our DOJ and our military.
This is first term shit,
Saying
Alex.
DOJ for domestic, military for foreign. I mean, this is the exact stuff I heard David Duke say was going to happen 20 years ago. And that Israel would come over here and control the government and basically set up a police state. I'm like, yeah, right.
Why is he
really.
quoting David Duke? Fucking hell.
I don't think he's giving him praise. I think he's like, yeah, fuck that guy. But I guess he was right about something. Although,
Yeah, but there's other people that have said that. Why the fuck you?
yeah.
That's hilarious. Shout out to David.
See, I think you empathy first. Prop. That's what I'm saying it as we're doing the video. You might be saying, "Oh, David Duke's an asshole. That's why I didn't listen to him." Like, fuck that guy. He's a racist. That could be what Alex might say next. Hopefully, once again, that's nature humbling you. Because I can't do it. If he says that, right? He could be just saying, "I love David Duke," but we'll find out. Either way, Alex, these are first term observations in regards to the Trump administration. Most of the shit you're saying right here, first term observations. And also when you say military abroad, like, not really. When they bring up people within the country and say it's a national security problem because they're supporting BDS or questioning Israel on whether it's college campuses or at work or on the internet.
But he agrees with those.
Well, I'm just saying, like, he's trying to make it seem like the military is like out there in the foreign world somewhere. Like, no, when they say national security threat, it means anywhere.
Yeah, but he would probably agree with those, like, with classifying that, like, oh yeah, those are like, Hamas sympathizers or whatever.
Yeah, he might.
We should get them out of here.
He might agree with that. I'm just saying his classifications,
Yeah.
right? Like, no, that would make it military. That would make it federal, and terrorism watch lists and shit like that. It would make it that, Alex. I'm sure he knows that, but will lie about it. But all right, let's keep playing. Here we go. Let's see where he goes.
America would never put up with that. Plus, that's a lot to bite off. I mean, I'm like, that was
pause,
and it's like all happening. And I'm just like, whoa, because it is wild. I mean, this is a tall order, and of course, it's going to generate absolute massive anti-Semitism, or what you call resistance force.
This is being said for a
while.
And
it legitimizes a lot of that, which then creates a clash of civilizations and the same World War II paradigm. But this time it's going to be international Jewry, which isn't even unified. A lot of them are against this, against the West. I mean, wow. And it's been the ADL, these groups, and the Rothschilds allied with the Islamics at one level that have been engineering this collapse. Look at Australia. Muslims kill a whole bunch of Jews and other people at the beach, and then the government passes laws to fight right-wing extremism and take populist rights away and create an internet ID. So It just goes on and on. This is a disaster, folks.
Once again, he has not been said for years and years, and it's not even particular to ADL and fucking and APAC. No. It's been like any type of domestic thing where they use it to crunch down on your fucking rights. You know, I don't even like using that word rights because it makes it sound like it was given to me by the fucking government somewhere. Like, no. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just, he's pretending like that wasn't being talked to. That's from, I mean, like mainstream films to conspiracy on the internet to journalists to academics. This has all been being said the whole time, Alex.
I mean, like, he acts like he wasn't around during 9/11. That was like the whole thing with the Patriot Act. I mean,
exactly.
Like, that was literally probably his like kind of claim to fame. You know, like 9/11 was an inside job, like that guy.
Exactly.
Right? So, anyway, I don't know. It's like, I don't know why he's trying to act like he's brand new to this shit. He's not, you know? Like, it's, come on.
Yeah. They're going to enact martial law, put us in FEMA camps. Then Trump comes in and starts trying to put people in fucking... tries to put the National Guard on the streets and shit like that to deal with foreign invaders, right?
Yeah.
It's like, there's no way you're blind to that. So I expect some sort of IQ test reveal from Alex Jones within the next 8 minutes of this video, or 9 minutes, I mean, of this video to showcase, oh, okay, you're still on the full shit train. Got it. I mean, this is already bad enough, but like, I want like a little bit more blatant, a little more dumb guy logic. Dumb guy logic of like, you're still full of shit. And I mean like blatantly full of shit. Because once again, Alex, I care about Alex Jones as a human being. I do. Like, I really care about anyone as a human being. But let's be real. It's too late in the fucking day. It's too late in the game. I need to look at the audience. What are you guys picking up on? Not the bots, the actual people. Actual people watching Alex Jones and saying, like, I like what he says. I want to see what they're seeing. That's what I want to do.
I want to smoke what they're smoking.
I want to understand them to be like, oh, you guys are like, this is about camaraderie. Like, maybe you didn't have as many friends in school or something like that. Or whatever. You had a recent breakup and your heart's broken. You just ran to this stuff. Something happened. I want to know about it. Not to dig into your lives or privacy. I mean, like, in the sense of, like, I want to understand why you're here and why you're buying this guy's fucking bullshit. That's what I want to understand. Because that is the only place where the solution to any of the problems that anyone wants to fucking talk about will be lying. And I mean everywhere, not just Alex Jones fans, like everywhere. Why do we do what we do? That takes too long to figure out, Jordan. Come on, sign this pamphlet and join my team. That's our fucking answers in 2026, apparently. I'm like, I'm fucking tired of it. I'm tired of it.
Ask ChatGPT.
Yeah. Make the same thing happen, but worse. Lovely. Or same thing, but different. All right, let's continue. Here we go.
And a lot of people are all excited. Hey, Israel's out in the open, running the U.S. Hey, people are really, getting mad and, thinking Jews run everything because to a great extent they're saying they do. And this is going to be a great clash of civilizations. If you look second order, third order, fourth order, fifth order consequences into this, it's bad for everybody. And you've got the Machiavellian operatives inside the Likudnik apparatus and apparatuses that love this because then the Jews are going to get more and more attacks around the world as in their name and with their money, tyranny is brought in to a great extent and endless wars. And Trump saying, I may just completely destroy all of Iran.
I remember before I came back to politics on this channel, I mean, I was kind of dabbling a little here or there, but not fully into it. I remember Yusef's told me about, like, yo, the way they do this whole thing with Israel, like, it almost sets up its own self-fulfilling prophecy of where more Jewish people get attacked verbally or physically, and thus it leads to other things that start coming into existence when it comes to social behaviors. I'm like, and then once I started digging back into it, like really digging into it, like, that looks I told Josh about that as well. He just showed up. Look at that. Where I'm like,
are you recording?
Yes.
Okay.
Where it's like,
what did you tell me, Jordan?
What?
What did you tell me?
Oh, about like where it's like man, the way they talk about Israel, and then like it starts like moving towards Jewish a little bit, in my opinion, with certain people.
World Jewry.
Yeah, it starts leaning towards topics like that. Then it's like, then it becomes like,
No, yeah, the Khazarians, and then it becomes about like just
with these dummies, it can go anywhere because they're not thinking in the first place. They're not doing capital T thinking. They're doing dumb.
Well, they're mystifying like people. Like they're kind of, I don't know, like almost like they're like superhuman or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Well,
it's a weird kind of dynamic.
When you see Tucker Carlson with concerned puppy dog eyes saying, "This is Israel's war."
Yep.
Like, doesn't that look weird when you hear?
He's such a charlatan. He's such a charlatan. Because one of the first people I noticed that with was with Candace Owens as she was getting ready to leave. Yeah, as she was getting ready to leave Daily Wire, and because she had on some guy. I forget his name, but it was right before she had on Norm Finkelstein, but it was some other guy that she had on, and they were talking about like child sacrifice or like something about the Talmud. Candace Owens.
Say that name again. Say that name. Norm.
What? Norm Finkelstein.
Norm? Oh, there you go. That's a hilarious fucking name.
Oh my god.
Okay. Anyway, so they were talking about like Christians, or no, I'm sorry, Jews drunk on Christians' blood or some shit on her channel, and I'm like, what? What is this? What am I watching? Like, what is happening? And then it was, but she was still working for Daily Wire. I was very confused. Very confused. I'm like, I don't understand this. And then I started seeing articles on like the National Review, it's very conservative, saying like the only problem in the Middle East isn't just Iran. Like, we had to deal with the Israel problem. I'm like, okay.
Norm Finkelstein.
So now we're just going to kind of like shift the blame onto this other thing over here.
Come on now.
I don't know. It's just odd.
Yeah, it's Candace. Well, every time I say that Israel killed Charlie Kirk, all of a sudden these people start reacting a certain way. Doesn't it make you think? Huh? Maybe they know.
She also just said
something.
Israel did 9/11 on her Twitter recently. So
of course
she was like, "Yeah, Israel did 9/11." It's like, oh wow, you're so
fact.
edgy. Yeah, like just fuck off. Like just these fucking old ass conspiracy, whatever. Like these one-liner kind of things, like Israel did 9/11.
Yeah,
dancing Israeli. I don't know. Just there's some shorthand like heuristic for, like this kind of if you know,
yeah
thing. But yeah. Just interesting.
When I bring up the USS Liberty, everyone starts freaking out. I don't understand. What's going on? Maybe you're sensitive about it? I don't know. Or maybe I'm telling the truth and they're scared of it. That's what Candace Owens does day in, day out.
Yeah.
But once again, motherfuckers that have a kindergarten understanding of their own psyches.
Well, then she has people on like Bassem Youssef, right? He's kind of like a quote unquote lefty comedian kind of guy where you're like, do you know who? Like, I thought you were supposed to be smart or something, right? Like, or savvy.
He's charismatic.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like, or like at least like media savvy. Like, I thought you had an understanding of like what this was.
Yeah.
I guess not, or you're part of it because at a certain point, I'm just kind of like side-eyeing you, like, you know who you're dealing with.
Yeah. And that's also the psychopathy of Candace Owens. Like when she has Nick Fuentes on, she'll use that topic to go against him to make him look bad. Like, so do you hate all Jews, Nick? Huh? Do you? Like she'll do that just to grill him and make him look bad. So it's like she doesn't give a fuck, in my humble opinion. But I'm saying, like, once again, the audience, what are they soaking up? Where are they going towards? And that's why I looked at him like, this is not going in a good direction at all.
No.
It is twisting people that did actual research, it's twisting their shit into becoming like these kind of sociological silos of I'm on this team over here, I'm on this team over here. Hey, you're on that team over there. I hate you.
For US, they're running defense for the US because
that's part of it.
Like, I'm sorry, like, yeah, that's part. Like, I mean, for those media pundits specifically, like that's what, in my opinion, that's probably what they're doing. Like the Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly's, who just keep saying like, oh, it's Israel's war. Like, I don't want people to be dying for Israel's war. So you'd be okay with it if it was the US's war? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it doesn't really make any sense. And
I mean, Tucker's
also just even, the idea of like, because if the US just said no, or like just close the purse or whatever it is, like it would be over. Like you wouldn't keep going. So like, who's calling the shots, right? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying there's not a partnership, but it's like, it's not like Israel, like kind of stringing the US along. I don't know. It doesn't make sense logically.
I agree.
She's right. Israel's not going to be able to win a war on their own.
Yeah.
I'm sure they can win some wars, but like these major ones, I don't think so.
Regionally, like against Lebanon, sure.
But I think they're like,
Iran,
I think they're a satellite state of like whatever the larger empire thing.
Yeah.
Superstructure.
Which has no fucking territory
it
or boundaries. There's no
national
border.
There's no ethnicity, nationality. That's not how that works. It's more of a blob.
Yeah. There's motherfuckers we've never heard of that are probably a part of shit like that.
Yeah.
We don't know where they're from, what their background is. We don't know if they're male or female, gay or straight. We don't know who fucking knows. In my opinion, because that seems like the most logical thing.
Yeah.
There's some of these people in the Epstein file, never heard their names ever in my life. Not saying like these are the, true players of everything. I'm just saying I've never heard of these guys, but yet they are moving amongst the wealthy and powerful, the wealthy and socially powerful. Just like a president.
Well, their livelihoods depend on that too. So it's like you take any regular person, kind of like goes back to the core of the problem thing. Yeah. Like, you just give a little bit at a time, and then suddenly you've compromised everything.
Yeah.
Because even compromising that little bit at a time is in itself compromising everything in a way.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me leave and come back real fast. I'm lagging. All right, let's hear Alex tell us stuff that we already knew about, but he'll say he was a year ahead of us.
Okay. He got it all from Nick Fuentes, who was a year ahead of him.
Oh, yeah. God damn, you predicted everything, Nick. Jesus Christ, how are you so smart? How dare you? All right.
I like when you talk about that.
There we go.
And it just gets worse and worse. And then you've got all these evangelical groups that overall are good people, but believe that they're going to force Jesus to come back at the end of the world. You have the Pentagon teaching that. You have them laying hands on Trump, which is, I think, is a great thing in general, but then it's all been hijacked into this end of the world craziness. Remember, it's the Iranians that think the third imam is going to come back, or the 12th prophet or whatever. They got different angles of that, by having a showdown with the great Satan and the little Satan, they call us. And we all talk about how crazy that is. And then now you got all these Christian Zionist preachers, mega preachers like Pastor Hagee. I played the clips earlier in the week where he's up there. Jesus was a rebel that the Jews dealt with wisely.
Even with the Christian Zionists, or the kind of the apocalyptic people, right? Yeah. Let's talk about the Christians specifically. They've always associated like Gog and Magog, or like whatever those places in the Bible and Revelations. They've always equated them with whatever the quote unquote threat is at the time. Because if you ask them during like the Cold War, it'd be like, oh, it's the Soviets, right?
Yeah.
That's Magog or whatever. Like it's always changing. And now it's actually Iran, or it was Turkey. Like, where's Magog, right? It's like these places always change. It's so arbitrary because it's going to be based on like whatever narrative that you're trying to serve. So it's like, it's not even a quote unquote revelation if you're manifesting it.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Yep. Very much self-fulfilling that I see from those guys. At least the leadership. The audience.
That's what I meant, like the Hagees and like all these people, like the kind of the establishment like figures in those networks.
I feel like
especially the evangelicals.
I feel like I've rarely ever heard like actual regular people, audience members of these guys. I usually just hear them. I hear the Hagees and these mega church motherfuckers, bro. Like there's I can't remember names right now, but I've seen a bunch of them talk out loud. And it's just like, hey guys, I think that's the devil that you're talking about. That's not God or Jesus or love or compassion. That's the other thing. Like that's where personally that's where I'm at. Like I'm done playing games. Like guys, sorry, that's not God. Sorry, it's not. I'll say it factly, like as a fact. Like, no, it's not God. Sorry. Like I want you to blow someone up to get some shit. Like he doesn't need that. It sounds stupid. I'm gonna let it be known without throwing everything out in the garbage. No offense to the more new atheist mindsets, where it's like, oh, it's all fake because this thing or here or there. It's more so like, hey, if there's a interesting lesson in here about morality or something like that, or compassion, or love, fuck yeah, I'm taking that with me. I'm putting it right in my fucking suitcase and walking away with it. But the shit where it's like, you know, you want fucking hellfire and brimstone and shit to fall on places in the world, actual people being fucking massacred. Like, nah,
and you treat
that
as some sort of like abstract concept that like just, you know, like it's been willed by some, you know, force. And it's like, what? You're literally cheering on the person who's doing it.
Yeah.
It's not some like unknown force. Like we're literally seeing it. So what are we talking about?
I mean, it's one thing to like live your life naturally, right? Just organically, and then you believe one day this will happen. That's one thing. But to be like out here actually trying to make it happen is
well, and cheering
enough.
cheering it on. Or like kind of sitting on the sidelines and cheering it on and like kind of being oops, I don't know what happened. Hello?
What happened? Yeah, you're good.
No, I said maybe you're not like you're not going around like you know, evangelizing about it or like spreading that gospel like door to door, but like you're cheering that person on in terms of they're doing the right thing for the country. Like that counts too.
Yes, it does.
So
yeah, that is pathological and logically when it comes to the bigger ideas of the world and the universe make no fucking sense. They make no sense. There's no reason. It's the same as slitting the throat of a goat to be like, God wants this. It's the same level of stupidity. And I'm tired of playing around with that. It's like, no more. Like, love is here. Love's going to win. Fuck off. Sorry. Love is better. Mercy's better. Compassion's better. It's always been better. We've always known it in our hearts to be better. Because it is better. You don't need to fucking, you know,
I agree with that.
Do some weird sacrifice thing to make something happen. Like, no, it's not needed. It's not needed. Let's continue. What I believe, and you believe what you believe. Nah, you're fucking wrong. I'm done playing around. You're fucking wrong. Sorry. Maybe try again. Force too late. Let's play. Here we go.
Saying that Russia is Gog Magog with the Chinese, and they will soon strike Israel.
Oh, there you go.
And when they do, it will be the end of the world, and God will destroy them. And it's like that's a preacher's interpretation that Gog and Magog is that, and that's their interpretation. That's where we are.
Yeah.
Most of the Jews in Israel are out of Russia. The vast majority. Putin talks about that. Putin's not anti-Israel.
Yeah, we know that too, Alex.
So, I'm going to imagine the Russians see all these TV preachers, soon Russia will be destroyed. Jesus will come from the sky and kill Putin. And it's just as crazy as
actually
over
agree.
there. We got to go to war with Israel and the U.S. to force the return of the Grand Mahdi and all this crap.
So they used to do, but now
I said, no man know the time of when I come.
The new Avatar.
But you can read and see that the Antichrist wages war against the saints, has the tribulation.
Anything
at the end of it, the Battle of Armageddon.
It's the Iranians. They did
and
it.
most theologians believe, because it's a foreshadowing, Old Testament Ezekiel is seeing into the future, and in Daniel, the same battle. But it doesn't say the Russians. It doesn't say the Chinese. So all of these theologies have been tailored the last 100 years to brainwash us into this point. None of these teachings were taught in the last 150 years. And I'm no theologian, but I've interviewed a lot of them, and I've read the Bible myself, and what they're saying doesn't match up with this. Meanwhile,
am I out here actually agreeing with Alex Jones?
He's about to say something really fucked up. I can already tell. Like, 'cause whenever he says something like kind of sane, then he hits you with something really fucked up. So I'm bracing myself.
Masculine than you, bro. He's got them shoulders. Look at them shoulders, bro.
Oh, he's got some. Got some. He has like.
You could probably still dunk on him, but I'm just saying.
I think he has like some third string linebacker in high school shoulders. That's what I think he has.
He's looking kind of tough right now.
I wouldn't
He's
say all
gonna
that.
pivot to like, but we do have to get rid of the mullahs.
Mm-hmm.
With the
It's that
grimace on
John
his
He's
face.
gonna pivot
Stamos
to
shirt,
something.
Harrison.
Let's
He's
see
got
where he
that
goes.
black John Stamos look.
I'll let him go. Go ahead.
John Stamos, Jesus Christ. All right, here we go.
Cook,
Zelensky
Alex,
will play that in a moment after we play this clip. Saying, Orban's trying to block billions to us in aid packages. Well, yeah, because he's been blowing up the pipelines into Hungary. Zelensky has. So because he's using his NATO veto to do that, I may just send the Ukrainian military to kill him. Well, they already shot Fico 4 times. The Slovakian president, he survived. So this is just massive escalation. So happening now in the Oval Office at the White House. God bless the USA. Mike Adams said, look, a cult of delusional end times cultists, that's like Hale Bopp or something, who have brought the world to the brink of World War III while unleashing global economic damage that will hurt everyone, and they have the audacity to claim they are supported by God. Total morons. Well, I don't want to say this whole group is doing that, but certainly the ringleader of it,
that lady,
the head of his faith council, when I had the clip yesterday, she said, you must follow what Trump says, you're going against God. Well, Trump changes his mind. Trump does different things. Sometimes people operate without even Trump's authorization. Does that mean we just listen to everything he says because you said he speaks for God? That's sick. Absolutely sick. So you got cynical groups trying to use a twisted form of Christianity to sell this. So let's.
So before he continues, I think we just heard right there. You can smell the defense, which means Trump might not be brought up again in the rest of this video. But I can smell the sense of a defensive system for the sake. Alex is a Patriot missile for Donald Trump apparently, because I don't know, he's painting him as like just a regular average guy who gets it wrong sometimes, he gets it right sometimes. I'm like, Alex, you had this whole idea about an agenda by a bunch of globalists and from creepy businessmen at the Bilderberg and Davos and WEF to, the Black Pope and whatever conspiracy ideas he has, right? But for some reason, he cannot see Trump and see any of those actions, like any of that being a part of that guy. When once again, on the surface, the actions that the Trump administration has taken is Alex's thing. Like, that's what he's been crying about, at least in words, right? Not wanting to happen. And it's happening. From the guy that he's calling, it's just some guy. He's trying his best. He gets it right. He gets it wrong. Things happen. But that might be the most we get of defense for Trump. The rest might not be about Trump at all. Which is what I was here for, right? Partially about that. And I guess an IQ test from Alex for Alex's audience, so that they can like maybe see, hey, something's not right with Alex either, But he's actually doing a better job of covering his own ass in regards to this topic right now, or in regards to his discussion he's having right now. But all right, let's keep playing. Here's more Alex Jones, Infowar.com.
Let's play the clip in the Oval Office, and then let's cut to Zelensky. Here it is.
Would tell me the most powerful lobby that there is in this country is the Jewish lobby. It's the Israeli lobby. It's not that way anymore. You have a lot of people in your way. You have a lot of people.
This is the wrong clip that I think Alex is asking for. But here we go.
People that don't want to help Israel. You have a lot of people in Congress that don't like Israel. You have a lot of people in Congress that, in a way, I think, Mike, we could say it, right? You're there. You're doing an amazing job, Mike Lawler. They hate Israel. They hate Israel. And if you would have told me 15 years ago that was possible, Jason, I would have said, there's no way. There's no way that's possible. But it's happening. And obviously it's getting progressively worse. Less so in the Senate, but the Senate's starting also. You get glimmers, when I'm in the back rooms talking to people, you get glimmers of statements that you say, whoa, where did that come from? So we have to be, Sid, we have to be very careful because bad things are happening. And then you see what goes on in Australia or October 7th. How about October 7th? And then you have people that deny it ever happened. How about the people that deny?
It's just logically, it just makes no sense. You're saying the two dudes in Australia that were stopped by an Arab guy, I think. I don't know if he's Muslim or not, but definitely an Arab guy stopped one of the shooters and the other
It
dude
was a son and a
retreated.
father, and the
Yeah.
police shot one. I think they shot the dad.
They shot
So, I
both.
don't
They
know.
shot both, but only one of them died, which I think was the dad. But there was
It's kind of weird, but
civilian.
you know, Australia, that's not the U.S. So
Yeah, and also one of the civilians that I think first stopped the dad took his rifle from him, and he got shot for it. He didn't die, but he got shot. He didn't. I don't think he knew how to use the gun. Right? He took the gun from one of the shooters, pointed it at him, but didn't know how to use the gun, and then he got shot by the son, I believe.
oh, kind of like black people in America. Jesus Christ, learn how to use guns better, Jordan. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. But that guy, I believe, was Arab and Muslim. One or the other. I don't know. And he was like lauded as like a hero and shit like that. But whatever. And then I don't understand what that has to do with Senate or Congress. Is that what you're seeing in Congress or the Senate? Is the two shooters from Australia? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
I don't know about that.
It doesn't have to do with the shooters in Australia. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with Democrats wanting money for their fucking illegals. And we're
he's playing 5D
on
chess
that right now. And
okay.
It's the fact of the matter.
No, Trump's playing 5D chess with his language, right? You're saying that? Okay. All right, let's keep it moving. There we go.
Trump doesn't play. Trump is a checkers bro. Come on now.
I agree. Which is why I question that. All right, here we go.
Like they deny the Holocaust, but you figure, well, that's just many years. Well, October 7th is not many years at all. And you have people that deny October. I saw tape that I wish I never saw it, actually. I wish I never saw it. I got to see tape that some of you got to see, but as president, I got to see things I wish I never saw. But there's no denying it. But then they'll say, oh, the tape was a rigged tape. It was a tape that never existed. They made it up. It's just propaganda. I don't know if they believe it. I don't think they believe it, but you have to be very, very careful. Bad things are happening, and we're not going to let that happen. While I'm president and the DOJ and Harmeet, we're not going to let it happen, but please be vigilant and careful, because you have some bad people that are now in Congress that were unthinkable to be in Congress 12, 13, 14 years ago, 15 years ago.
Okay, this is the actual clip he was looking for. But
those Botez girls, those chicks play chess, and they're fucking hot as shit.
Okay.
I love them.
So he's saying, but that's not based on merit or even voting. Trump, right? It's supposed to be like whoever the people vote in, right? And if the Israeli lobby was as strong as it should be, according to Trump, people like Ilhan Omar wouldn't be in Congress. Not that she's something that, no offense to her, she's not good enough. She shouldn't be there. But coming from the mouth of Donald Trump is like, excuse me? Fucking excuse me, bro. In fact, you justify her existence in Congress. And in a way. Because you are so dog shit, and you can say the Israeli lobby too, and how dog shit they are, makes Ilhan Omar make sense for her to be in Congress, because people are probably fed up with it. Probably fed up with stupid fucking...
The Lopez sisters beat me in all on chest just for like the bragging rights.
Oh my god. And let's be real. But I think the dumbfuck PR team of the dweebs, right? They want you to scream racism or Islamophobia or whatever the fuck. They want you to scream that. So they want you to do. See, look, everything about you guys are identity. It's about their politics. Right? They'll change their answers all of a sudden, right? I'm just saying, it's kindergarten. It's kindergarten. That's why it's always about character. Always. I can easily say Ilhan Omar should not be in Congress. as far as what the idea is supposed to represent. Like, oh, you're the best of the best. You're a social leader, the best of the best at it too. She shouldn't be there. The only reason she looks good being there is because this fucking cunt is the president, or people like him are in Congress or in Senate or in executive or judiciary or whatever fucking thing, or even just running for office. Because those fucking idiots are there, it makes her look like she should be there. Because we have things ass fucking backwards. Ass backwards.
Who's the tiny man right there in the right-hand corner? Who is that?
With the red tie?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I want to see him and Sebs play like one-on-one in basketball. I want to see that happen. I want to know who wins that game. Is it like a Fisher-Price like hoop? It'd be hilarious. Even like what, like the that shit you have as a kid, bro, where you like tape it on the doorway, the little like with the plastic ball, bro.
I've shot normal sized basketballs many times.
I want to see you
in
1v1
normal
him.
sized hoops.
1v1 him in a basketball game.
In a normal sized court. So.
All right, here we go.
Honored to come before your presence today, lifting up the arms of our president. We pray for your continued blessing and favor to rest upon him. We pray for wisdom from heaven to flood his heart, his mind, and Lord, you will guide him in these challenging times that we're facing today.
Now, if I say those words, I am praying to God. When they say it, it's not to God. It's something else. Probably their own egos, their own psyches, their own minds, mentalities. Once again, I'm tired of playing games. These guys they're not it. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, or they're lying. I'm sure there's a lot of liars in the room right here. Some might believe though. They might believe what they're doing, but meanwhile they're just falling for their own mirror image. They're chasing a rabbit in their own fucking reflection, not the actual thing. Unfortunately, and I hope they figure it out one day, just like I hope anyone else would. In regards like, well, who the fuck are you? What are you doing here? If you don't see you, how the fuck are you gonna see God? Duh. Obviously, as it gets. So
one day Jordan will find himself.
Yeah, run away. Run away. Let's continue. And hear God's praise for Donald Trump, I guess. To give him strength. Oh no, I pray for that too. It's just he's not gonna like that. I pray for Donald Trump to have strength and courage and God by his side. But he's not going to like it. He won't like that. Here we go.
I pray for your grace and your protection.
I'm tired of playing games.
I pray for your grace and protection over our troops and all of our men and women serving in our armed forces. And Father, we just pray you'll continue to give our president the strength that he needs to lead our great nation as we come back to one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We pray your heavenly blessing upon him.
Did he just say the Pledge of Allegiance?
9 years ago. We were the first.
Did he just say the Pledge of Allegiance that said amen afterwards? Is that all he did? I love the conviction. Or try to pretend conviction. All right, either way, it's like, okay. Alex, thank you for telling us stuff we already knew, basically. Maybe it's new to his audience, but I wouldn't even believe that, right? If you're a longtime Alex Jones fan, that means you, at some point, dived into other ideas outside of Alex Jones. You would have heard these ideas up and down the line, I would think. So nothing crazy there. And then, obviously, a smidget of protection of Donald Trump from Alex Jones. But I guess there's it's kind of a critique, but more so about the people around him than Trump himself, which I guess Alex he just can't do it. I guess it hurts too much to do, so he can't do it, or something else is going on. But either way, I will end the video there. There's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree or disagree. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Say whatever. Listen, I I'm in quite of a blatant mode with all this stuff, so yeah, let it fly if you have problems with it. Just don't run away. Just stick around though. Don't run away though. That's all I say. Stick around and debate it if you want to. Don't forget to share support. Hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, check out the Discord link if you want to join that. We're in that Discord right now, and I promise you, all opinions are welcome. Even Harrison's dumb fuck opinions are allowed. All right. He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. A funny guy.
Did you hear my piss earlier? That was a great piss.
I heard.
Prop, where you at?
Niagara Falls. I heard that for sure.
I was just thinking about your piss, how it's much cooler, even though it's warmer than YellBro.
See, those two they're Sonny and Cher. They got chemistry, man. They got chemistry. If you want to share your chemistry, please join the Discord. All opinions are welcome.
I think they're more like Bonnie and Clyde, but yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Bonnie and Clyde, but they're only robbing like Blockbuster videos that closed down 20 fucking years ago.
And they're only taking like the Betamax. Not even regular video.
Everything I showed you will be linked in that same description box. You to look at on your own and contemplate and think about and yada yada yada. Look at it on your own. Do what you will with it. Got the Beyond Absurd. Give me a goddamn video, Beyond Absurd. How dare you? Most importantly, with all that said, give this video a thumbs down.